everybody, and welcome back to another reaction video for the day. This video is going to be separated into 4 parts because of how long it is. This is part 1. It's X is not an SCP, but what if it was, by Site 42. Subscribe to me and Site 42. And I don't know if they have any merch, but if it's good merch or you just want to go support them, do that. And let's get to the video.
If Siren Head were an SCP, which it isn't, but if it were, how would the SCP Foundation contain it? For those rushing to the comments to correct me about Siren Head actually being an SCP, hear me out for a second. Siren Head was created by Trevor Henderson in 2018. From there, somebody made an SCP document about Siren Head titled SCP-6789. This document was never on the official SCP Wiki. Instead, it was posted to one of our draft pages, known as a sandbox page. Eventually, the amount of people mistaking Siren Head for one of our creatures was to the point that SCP Wiki staff and Henderson together decided to delete that SCP-6789 draft page. You may also notice that SCP-5987 is titled Siren Head. What's the deal with that? Well, the author wrote a story about a ship's figurehead that could control other ships with a siren-like song. Figurehead that's also a siren, Siren Head, you see where this is going. The author named it Siren Head as a meme/joke about the controversy of Siren Head being mistaken for an SCP. Funny? Yes. Confusing to a lot of people who just read the title and neglected to read the actual art?
Yes. Yes to both of those. Now, for Siren Head, both the SCP and the actual Siren Head, I don't know much about either. But back to the reaction.
Also, yes. The reason that this is such a big deal, the SCP Wiki only allows submission of original stories and creatures, and Trevor did not submit Siren Head to us, nor did he want Siren Head associated with the SCP Foundation. Also, legally speaking, SCP creations are subject to the Creative Commons license, which allows reuse with attribution. And if Trevor wanted to hold on to his creature's copyright, he definitely wouldn't want to release it to us. Alright, so with the history lesson out of the way, what would it be like if Siren Head were in the SCP universe? I see this as being very similar to SCP-1000, which is Bigfoot, a similar cryptid creature. The main containment procedures, regardless of any other factor, would be making sure that people who saw the entity would be amnesticized or discredited, or both. And news reports would be similarly taken down or painted as ridiculous. If there were multiple Siren Head entities, or if the singular entity is nomadic and uncontainable, that is the extent of our efforts. Now, Trevor has tweeted that Siren Head is a singular entity, so the question is, can we contain it? Siren Head stories don't often talk about Siren Head's durability, because no one is really trying to take it down. But we do know that it is organic except for the metal of its eponymous sirens. Some sort of powerful tranquilizer could be used to knock out the creature and transport it to a secure location where it couldn't break out. If the entity can't be tranked, and can't be held in a building, there is hope that we could isolate it so it didn't interact with people. If it stays in one specific area, the Foundation could create a perimeter, falsely registering it as a national park or saying there's environmental hazards or some such cover story. Turn people away when they approach, and contain the Siren Head entity in its habitat. The Doomslayer is not an SCP, but if it were, how would the SCP Foundation
Doomslayer's Doom guy, right?
contain it? First, should the Doomslayer even...
Yes, it is. I love that guy in Isabel. It's like a brother-sister thing, and it's just wholesome and cute.
be contained? Isn't it just a normal, non-anomalous human being? Well, the subject certainly started that way, but along its adventures, it has been blessed by the Seraphim and granted a cadre of anomalous abilities. Doom Guy doesn't need to eat or sleep, hasn't aged in decades of fighting demons. In combination with its Praetor suit's boosts, the Doomslayer is stronger, faster, and more durable than any normal human being, and even many super soldiers. The entirety of hell itself fears the Doomslayer, so containment is justified in our book. Wait, I hear you saying in the comments. The Doomslayer fights demons. Shouldn't we just let it be free to fight the good fight? Absolutely not. Remember, we are not here to save the world.
I see what you guys did there with the hell nah.
The Foundation does not care if an anomaly is good or bad. The anomaly must be contained to preserve normalcy. Now, the easy way to contain it? The Hellions managed to lock the Doomslayer in a sarcophagus fueled by Argent energy for a long time. Our Foundation thaumaturgy specialist should have no problem recreating the containment method due to our reliable source of hellish intelligence, SCP-4357-J. The cooperative demon, as we call it, consistently and accidentally feeds us intelligence on how to better contain demon-related entities. It is not out of the realm of possibility that we could use this intelligence to contain the Doomslayer. However, locking Doomguy in stasis doesn't make for an interesting story, does it? A far more interesting situation would be mirroring the story of another sarcophagus-bound, bloodlusting warrior we have in containment, SCP-076, codename Abel. Like Abel, Doomguy could prove very useful if assigned to a mobile task force to contain anomalies. Of course, all would not be well in paradise. The Doomslayer has a one-track mind for slaying demons, and the Foundation policy is to contain anomalies, not destroy them. There would be a point where the Doomslayer would become frustrated with allowing the anomalies to live, at which point it would likely defect to the Global Occult Coalition. The GOC, as we call them, are a rival faction, or group of interest, to the Foundation. Under the direction of the United Nations, they also strive to hide anomalies from the general public. They differ from the Foundation in that their core principle is to destroy all anomalies that are not beneficial and controllable to their cause. While the Doomslayer is rather difficult to control, its goal to annihilate demonkind would fit well with the GOC's ethos.
I never knew about the GOC. And I'm really liking this so far.
The imposters from among us aren't SCPs, but if they were, how would the SCP Foundation contain them? A special shout out to Cyan in the Site42 YouTube Super Chat for these priority con procs, and also to TikToker at the Top 7 Man for assisting in research. As you
I wonder if Site42 is going to see this reaction.
can imagine, the Foundation is no stranger to shape-shifting entities. The imposters would have a dedicated site for containment due to the possibility
After the imposter, I'll do one more, then end the video.
of staff duplication. There is debate among high-level staff as to whether the on-site nuclear warheads should be sent on the lowest level activation protocol for ease of use in case of containment breach, or the highest due to the nature of the imposters, in that their goal is to kill all present humans, and the warhead would be a very simple way to do so. They'll solve that someday. Containment cells would be equipped with low-tech pressurized doors similar to those found on submarines. This would prevent the entities from working through the space between the door and its frame, either in case of sabotage or in case they can take other forms. Obviously, their cells would not have vents. Based on their spiked tongues and razor-sharp teeth, the logical leap that they have a different physiology from mankind isn't a stretch. Over time, a reliable, portable scanner would be devised, either technologically or thaumaturgically. Until then, body scans would be necessary for personnel at the end of each shift or when exiting the site. We wouldn't want to have another Dr. Kaufman situation on our hands. Bill's cipher isn't an SCP, but if it was, how would the SCP Foundation contain it? I love having options. We have got 5, count them, 5 different containment procedures for our favorite one-eyed monster.
Oh, I love Bill. I just love Gravity Falls in general.
What do you mean it's not your favorite one-eyed monster? Oh, shut up. Keter duty 1 week. God. Okay, so first, the Zodiac containment spell.
Cater duty for 1 week.
It's a classic. It didn't work in the show because of sibling rivalry, but with proper persuasion, we can knock this one out by the books. In scenario 2, Bill Cipher is lured to a location and the thaumaturgical spell used by the Pines family to protect the Mystery Shack, the one including unicorn hair as a component, is used to seal Billy Boy into a single location. We build our remote containment site around that. Now, say we can't get access to unicorn hair for some reason, like Marshall, Carter, and Dark decided not to share theirs this time. The lousy jerks. In that case, we can still evacuate the town of Gravity Falls, Oregon, and leave Bill with all his Weirdmageddon, well, weirdness, locked inside the protective barrier of Gravity Falls. Town-wide isolation is better than nothing. But okay, I know what you're really here for.
The town-wide isolation does sound promising.
No unicorn hair, the town barrier nullified. What do we do if a free Bill cipher is ready to tear up everything? The same way they did it in the show. Mostly. See, our foundation is knowledgeable about multiple realities, different dimensions, and all manner of things outside the bounds of our perception. Bill is always looking for the next big place to party. So I say, we give it to him. Send Dr. Bright out there with a promise of some sort of enticing knowledge. Convince Bill into Bright's mind, and immediately put Dr. Bright into a coma. Remove the amulet and place it on another D-class to bring Bright back, and put the old comatose body into a stasis cell. Presto! Freeze-dried Bill cipher. And of course, while we
That is interesting.
do not like destroying anomalies, we do what we have to do to maintain normalcy. So if none of the above plans worked, it is time for Ford's quantum destabilizer, held by someone who won't miss. Homelander isn't an SCP, but if it were, how would the SCP Foundation contain it? Spoiler warning for the comics and TV adaptation of The Boys.
Might as well watch this one too while we're at it.
Oh boy. Containing Superman, but trading out the easily exploitable kryptonite weaknesses for narcissistic sociopathy. How fun! If we were working with the TV continuity, we could use our artificial intelligence constructs to troll the web in order to obtain the multitude of damning videos of Homelander's repugnant actions and threaten to release those to the public. Assuming anomalies and magic work the same way they do on Superman in most canons, we could also leverage the subject's caring about its child, Ryan Butcher, to effect compliance as Vought Enterprises did. Lock the child in the room next door to SCP-956, codename The Childbreaker, and call it a day. In fact, let's cover our bases and do both. Of course, in the comics, we don't have a child to blackmail with, and narcissism only bends so far before we start losing containment sites. We should certainly start considering decommissioning options. Hey, let's toss my amulet on him. Do you know how fast that heat vision could cook my burritos? Absolutely fucking not, Bright. Last time we gave you a body that had the power of flight, we had to pay for the dry cleaning bills of the entire neighborhood of... Ugh. The decommissioning department has been racking its collective brains trying to figure out how to neutralize Homelander. And it seems they reached out for a bit of help. Damn right, nerd. We here at the Global Occult
Ugh. I just learned about these guys and I already don't like them.
know that the right thing to do with any supernatural threat is to neutralize it. We only keep that garbage around if it is 100% controllable and useful to us, or we can't just destroy it. Homelander is a particularly powerful suit, and in the comics, he was only defeated by a clone of himself, and that clone was only taken down by conventional weaponry because it was weakened from the previous battle. I am not at liberty to say what sort of arsenal we have at our disposal in front of our super cuddly pantywaist friend over here. But I'll just say that if I have to grab one of the Scarlet King himself's spears to take down this red, white, and blue bastard, I will do it in a heartbeat.
What is the pain you're afraid of? Embrace it. Bring it on. Shrinking.
This red, white, and blue bastard, I will do it in a heartbeat. Buffoons. The Muppets are...
Alright, let's stop it there. Hope you guys enjoyed part 1. It probably isn't going to be 4 parts. But however many parts it is, hope you enjoy. And I'll see you guys in the next video.